Today is monumental. We're going to be finishing our composting toilet with its solar-powered vent fan and finally getting rid of our chemical toilet. So let me show you what we're going to be doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to be building the composting toilet in that corner. As we actually go on and make more improvements to this little bathroom, there's going to be a little shower on the right-hand side, and this sink that we have on the left is going to be replaced with something a little bit more functional. So let's make some space. What we're going to start with is a toilet seat like this, and it's a separating toilet seat. So it has number 2s in the back, number 1s in the front. Now, number 1s will go down a funnel and into a pipe system, which will go underneath the bathroom and down into the grey water pit that we dug last week. For number 2s, they will go through the back and drop into this bucket, which will have a heavy-duty garbage liner in it. We'll be covering number 2s with sawdust to eliminate the smell. So I'm told. Yeah, all of that will be inside I hope, inside a rather attractive box. So the seat is made out of polystyrene. Wonder how that's going to hold up. A drain cleaner biological tablet with a scent of lemon. Some installation instructions for a completely different toilet. My original plan was to have it come out and then across a little bit here and then diagonal for the toilet. So I thought if you put it on an angle, it's going to give you more elbow space on an angle. If I put it this way, you're going to be kind of bashing up against the wall. Nope. Not even close. Well, that was stupid. Why did you keep going? Why did you keep going when you were nowhere close, Matthew? I was being a cocky little why don't we measure that as well to make sure that it's in the right place? Good idea, Dad. It's not perfect, and I think these angles are all screwed up because, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how to use a square to create an angle. One minor problem, you can see now my angle, it doesn't line up. The reason I did that is because I was thinking of the 1.5 inch measurement, not the 3 inch measurement. So, I guess I could put that way. That would fit. There's a lot of stuff going on in my head right now. You know what? Give me a few minutes. As you may have guessed, I had a change of plan. What I've done is I've got the base layer mocked out, and we're actually going to go to the other side. I think it makes a lot more sense to have the sawdust on the left side, and then that will give us more space for the shower eventually on the right. Because this is kind of a dead area anyway. So that's the floor plan that I need to duplicate for the upper plan, for the upper supports. I'm going to get cutting. Thanks for waiting. So now I've got both layers cut. I'm going to get this screwed together. Then we can work out how high we actually need to mount the top platform. Screwed it the wrong side. One minor snafu. I made them both the same. I've got two tops. What I should have done is on the bottom set, these three should have been screwed down so they were flush with the floor. I wasn't thinking. I was just building. And there we have it. Just like magic, they have now been corrected. Now, we're going to ignore this little thing here. That angle screw up. We're not going to talk about that. And we're also not going to talk about the fact that I incorrectly measured the white bin. And so it's too small for that box. Because what I'm going to do is find a smaller bin that fits. And we're not going to tell Mouse about it. And she'll think it was all part of the plan. $14 should do it. But then I also have a layer of plywood. Let's go make sure I've got a big enough piece. How thick are you? So we need to account for a 1/2 inch top. And we said 14 inches? Maybe we actually need 13. Then even with the 1/2 inch, that means it's just going to be above the bucket. 2, 3. I'm liking that. All right, what I'm doing is my screws are not long enough to go through the wood in this direction. So I'm using a bigger I'm using a bigger drill so I can countersink them right through. And basically the head of the screw will fit right in the hole that I've just made. So I can sink the screw further down. All right, that's where it goes. No turning back. That is not a very round hole. Oops. It fits. Sweet. I think what I'm going to do right now is ponder the seat opening mechanism later. I'm going to secure the frame and I'm going to try and get the plumbing done. Because I am conscious that I am running out of time. So I think I may have overcomplicated this whole thing. I'm just trying to figure out how I can get that hose to go through the floor, but also allow the top to open. Because I thought having the top open so that you could change the bin and bag and everything would be the most convenient thing. It would probably be more convenient if you could do it from the front. My current line of thinking is I'm going to drill a hole in the floor going to put the black ABS pipe in there, and then this hose will go inside the black ABS pipe. What do you think? The challenge is I don't have a lot of space underneath, so this was supposed to be easy. Let's show you guys where we're up to. I just moved this support here over so that we could actually get the bucket in and out through the gap. But because of where the basin is, it just makes enough contact. You can't get it out without lifting it. That's got to be fixed. You're going to have to leave this with me for a few minutes. So here's the current sit. I took out the bottom support, and now the waste repository slides in and out nicely. So that means I can screw down the top, I can screw the frame to the side of the cabin walls, and then the black hose can just go straight through into the waste. It really bugs me though, because I like to try and make things neat and tidy. Not like full-on Pinterest mode, but it needs to look nice. So I'm going to have to come back, I think, and get some paneling and some paint, maybe a bunch of flowers on there. Ow, cramp, ow, ow. Oh, I hope that didn't come through the other side. That was a longer screw than I anticipated. Okay. Ow! Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Alright, so that black pipe you see down there, that's the waste pipe that I got to connect to. Okay, guys, so here we have the new waste pipe. We have the waste that needs to tee into. I was considering putting a T on this so that I could hook in the shower at a later point. I'm going to be honest, I think that's a future Matt problem. Okay. I'm going to put you guys over here, I think. There you go. Alright. So I'm thinking we put this on here and we head over to this bit here, and then we'll put a 90-degree on that. That's what I think. There we go. I got that one right there. I can hear my dad saying to me now, are you sure? Are you sure that's exactly where you want to cut it? Because once you've cut it, that's it. You're done. Is that going to work for me? There's my pen. Ow! Ow! I just grabbed the jigsaw by the wrong end. By the business end. Are you just going to wing this, are you, Matt? You're just going to wing it like that? Crazy boy. No, once we have the elbow on that, let's go and get a wet paper towel. I'm just going to leave you guys under there, okay? You'll be fine. Now, before we glue all this together, we should probably test fit everything. It's going to go in there. And that is going to go on there. Look at that. It's all sloping down as well. It's even better. Oh, this stuff smells lovely. Oh no. just going to add a little bit of extra glue around the join there because I'm not too thrilled about that one. Oh, this looks disgusting. If you're a plumber in real life, feel free to roast me on this. It's like horrible. We're getting close. I've got the bucket in place there. Got the seat on. It's all screwed down. You can see the pipe for the number ones. Goes straight down into that pipe we just fitted. And I've corked the top and the hole, the gap around the hole, just to prevent little critters kind of crawling up and things like that. It's only fair that I show you it working. So I've got some water in my blue tote, which will represent number ones. I'm just going to pour it in. Hopefully you wouldn't be putting that much number one in there. If that does look familiar, then you need medical attention. So that runs down there, and then down the pipe into our grey water trap. Any water there as well? Oh, I think we did it. Good job, team. I'm not going to show you the number 2 example because we've got some beautiful cedar boards here that we're going to use to wrap the toilet in that we built. I've also got a solar fan system that we're going to put in to help with some of the odors. And if I get time, I'd really love to build a little box to keep the sawdust in that we're going to use in the composting toilet. Alright, I mentioned a fan to help with the odors. And we're using a separating composting toilet. The number 2 is going to go into a bucket with a bag so we can clear it out when we're done. And we're going to use sawdust on the top of that to kind of maintain the odors and keep everything down. But I also thought it'd be useful to put a fan into that compartment as well to basically suck any air out and basically just cycle the air and pull anything smell-wise out through the side of the bathroom bunkie, and we'll send it up through a pipe. Now the challenge is that this is a 5-inch fan that I got. It came with a solar panel. This is a solar panel only. It doesn't have a battery or anything in it. I also picked up a small battery, a small lithium battery that we're going to use to maintain the fan's operation when there's no sun. The challenge that I have is, as I said, this is a 5-inch fan and I need it to go into a 2-inch tube. So what I did was I designed and 3D printed this. So what will happen is the fan will be mounted into the square area. This bit will go through the wall, and I'm hoping that cone that I put in there is enough to kind of compress and push the airflow through. The only place I can really put it is on that back wall over there, because then I can see that it's not going to get impacted by the bucket. I would really have liked to have done it there, but I put a support bracket, unless I just drill through that. We're going to do it properly. We're going to move that support stud, and then I can put the fan so it's not going to be as close to the bucket, so it has a bit more airflow space. I think that is probably a much better place for it. It's going to be easier to drill in from the other side. Sounds like Mouse is back with a load of gravel, because before she puts the gravel in we need to put the weed whack down, or the weed stuff. Hey!
Look at that for a backup job.
Nicely done. That's awesome. Right to the hole. Good job, Nat. Did you drive it in?
I drove it. Mom,
you. Mom. Yeah.
You drove it backwards.
Okay.
Because I suck at reversing this, especially with a trailer. Did these actually stop the weeds?
Well, I need this to stop the soil going through, because I don't want the soil to clog up all of the crushed stuff. Flatten it. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Oh, where's my leg gone?
Okay, David Blaine. Well, you made sure you got it the right way up.
What?
The maximum absorbency. It says on the packaging that there's a shiny side and a dull side.
Which side is it then?
I don't remember, it's on the packaging.
All the packaging that you asked me to throw away.
So is it shiny side up or dull side up?
I don't know, I don't remember. I didn't retain that information because I had packaging to tell me that last time.
I'll fish through the trash.
Mouse went to get some gravel from the gravel pile, and all I can hear is shouting at Natalie, left hand down, no, right hand down, back it up, no, go forwards, stop, no, back up. I think Natalie's the one that's going to be drinking tonight. So there's the hole. We have daylight. This is the first time I've actually tested this, so look at that. We'll put a little bit of corking around there as well, just to keep the bugs out, but that is looking good. Next step. Right, what I was going to do before we start putting the fancy cedar on the outside is I'm just going to line the inside of that toilet compartment with some heavy plastic. I don't think there'll be any splashback. But let's try and keep the wood as protected as possible, I think. I did try and find plastic to use for this. It usually comes in rolls of like 6 million feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of these heavy-duty garbage bags that we have. It's a really thick plastic on here, so I think a layer of that would be more than sufficient, and is probably at least as good as another piece of plastic anyway. So let's use what we have and make it work. Can you guys even see any of that? A little bit of a plastic thingamajig. So I don't have a lot of corking left. I'm going to work on the pipe outside and get that done first, because I know I need corking for that. I think just 2 more loads and we'll be done, right?
No, this is is that kind of what you want, like a mound? Oh, is that what we're doing? Yeah. We're not doing the in snap. Sure. I think that's right. Is that right?
You're freaking me out, man.
I don't know what you're doing until I watch the videos half the time.
Mouse is like, what did you do when you were at the cabin? You'll have to wait. You get advanced screenings. So what we're going to do is we've got the hole coming out the side. We're going to have this piece going straight up. We've got another piece which we're going to take out on an angle so that we can miss the roof line. A few more inches there. And I've got this 3D printed top that I made that I didn't want, obviously, water or rain coming down the pipe, so we wanted a little roof on there. And I haven't actually tested this to see if it'll fit the pipe, so...
I have a question. I know we discussed it. I don't know if you actioned it. We were talking about putting mesh somehow to stop ants crawling down it.
I don't think ants are going to crawl all the way up and down there.
You have no idea where ants will go.
It doesn't fit, Mouse. It's too small.
No.
I think actually it is the exact diameter of this, which is why it's... I was going to say I could probably sand it down.
Okay.
I didn't bring any sandpaper.
I feel like we're going to Rona. Or Home Hardware or something.
Let me think about this.
Do you have a file? Like a metal file?
We're in the middle of the forest, Mouse.
Yeah, but you have everything and you usually bring everything.
Yeah, I didn't this time. I tried to travel light. I had an idea. I used the multi-tool. I am very smug. High five. Yay! So you can see there, I've just shaved off probably about 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters all the way around. And now, now it fits. Might have a tiny problem. I don't know if it's the spray paint or the plastic, but I think they're reacting. It's going to give it a nice blistered look. The challenge with attaching anything to these type of buildings is you have to take into account the thickness of the actual walls themselves. They're thinner on the bathroom than they are on the main cabin, but when you find screws, I find that I have to get screws that will not go all the way through.
Oh my goodness, get out of my face.
Actually, we need to figure out where we're going to put this solar panel.
What?
It didn't pick up enough sun on the back, that one. It's been working really well here. The sun kind of rises over, kind of right behind us. Attach it to the, for now, is attach it to here.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't block, that you don't want it to shade that one then.
Yeah, see that? Oh, we put it on the front, right on the front, on the apex.
Up there?
Yeah, right up there.
That could work. 45,
Yeah.
that, like that. Yeah, okay, that. Let's do that.
We've got to work on our communication skills, Mouse. That's what you were saying.
That's what I was trying to demonstrate.
Well, you weren't communicating.
What else? You know the peeps have only got 5% left.
I know, they're running out. We need to get a move on. Mouse, I love you. Oh, it's okay because I'm first aid certified now.
I can redo it.
She got it all secured. We've got the wire fed through into the cabin. And it comes through there. And I picked up a solar controller and a battery. So we're going to test that over the next little while. See if we can do anything else with it, like fit up some lighting and maybe some disco lights, a disco ball, you know. the solar controller. So this little box here will hopefully control and monitor the solar input and push it into the battery for us. And as you can see here, we have solar in and left, solar in positive negative, battery in positive negative, and load positive negative. Oh, no battery. The little battery is flashing there. But we're getting 12 volts right now from the solar panel. And I picked up this this rather nice Noco battery. Battery 13.3 volts. When it's actually charging, you see a little solar panel icon there, which having no solar panel icon means it might not be picking up sun. Success! So right now I've got the fan basically connected directly to the battery, and as you can see, the fan is sucking in a good way. We are all now closed in with plastic, black plastic, to try and keep everything as sanitary as we can inside there. I'm going to try and get some of that nice cedar wood on the front here. I do have to just make a little frame for the door. I've been doing that right. It doesn't make any sense. Well, it used to be 13 inches to the longest part of the mitre, but I'm cutting from the back side of the mitre, so I need to be shorter than 13 inches, but I haven't. I've been cutting 13 inches, and now that seems right. Does not make any sense.
So you've been doing it right, but you don't understand.
No, I've been doing it wrong, but it's been coming out right.
Just keep doing it wrong.
My brain's not functioning. My brain's having a thermal event.
So, got it worked out?
Yeah, I was cutting the mitres and then cutting them to length. That's why I didn't have to bother dealing with the mitre back and front thing.
So you were doing it right, you weren't doing it wrong?
I'm hot and I'm tired and I'm exhausted. And I'm aware that two of those are the same thing.
That's how tired you are.
And it's a lot more angle cutting, and I'm tired. I think if I get it wrong, it's kind of...
So what are you saying? You're quitting?
Yeah.
You're a quitter.
Thanks. I need to take into account this drawer that I haven't built for the sawdust.
Got an idea. I've got a log at the lake that I need moving. That
I'm finishing because I'm tired. And you're like, oh, well, no, let's go get the
that
chainsaw.
involves no angles, and you can then dip in the lake afterwards. Or not.
You know that video?
With you did with and you said nobody wants to see a flabby middle-aged.
No. Thanks.
That's what you said.
No, not that one. The video where there's the guy saying, all this is because of my own life choices, and it turns out his wife is his life choice as to why.
So, he said he was tired, and he said he'd had enough, and we've cleaned stuff away, and now he seems to be measuring again. You said you were done.
If I build this now, then tomorrow I don't have to worry about it. You wouldn't understand. You know what, you all need to go away and just let me do this, and I'll show you another. I'm getting cranky.
We're very, very quiet. We might be able to see what he's doing. Shh.
Can I come see now? It's a box to hold sawdust in a shed in the forest.
Yeah.
In an outhouse.
Yeah.
How spectacular does it need to be?
You know me now.
Yeah.
It's the best box I could make with the scraps that we have. So I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. I think I had a closed pistachio or something. But as a result, I mean, I was going to go quadding with Ben today, but I don't think I could take the trails with my stomach in the way it is. So Nat and Mouse are going to go. They're heading out to a waterfall deep in the Caribou somewhere. I am going to try and make some progress on this composting toilet because I might need it sooner rather than later. I just realized a huge flaw in my plan. The hole is too small for the darn bucket. I think I have a plan. I've removed the boards from the door structure, and I'm going to see if I can just brace those with a little bit of thinner material, and we'll see if that is going to work. Otherwise, the only other way to do it would be to make it a fully removable panel, which honestly would have worked before I pulled the door apart. Lucky. I've managed to get all the surfaces panelled. I'm fairly happy with it. It's I realise now that the top seating area that I made, I should have overlapped it a little bit more, but I'm not overly worried about that right now because I'm going to be rebuilding the sink area. I'm going to make it a full width sink, which means I don't have to worry about that bit. So we have the sawdust drawer. So that's where all the sawdust is going to go, that you're going to be scooping in for your number twos. And then we have the redesigned door. I need to put a handle on that. We have the redesigned door, which now allows the bucket to slide in. I'm keen for feedback ideas on how I can make this plywood surface look a little bit nicer. One thought I had was to use some of the vinyl plank on the top of it. I don't know, what do you think? Tell me, put it in the comments. Yell at me. So despite feeling under the weather, I am absolutely thrilled that we managed to finish the composting toilet. That is actually a game changer. It means that every time we come up here, we don't have to haul a chemical toilet and then deal with emptying it when we're done. Hey Mouse, have you tried the new toilet yet?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Is it everything you dreamed it could be?
It's so comfy.
Hey, thanks for coming along on this video with me today. Really appreciate you hanging out with me. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up down below. That would be appreciated. If you're a subscriber, thank you. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for subscribing and watching our videos. It means a lot to us, it really does. And if you want to watch more, check out these videos. So these ones are all about our bunkie build and how we got to where we are. And YouTube thinks you'd like this one, so give that one a go.